Chris, how you doing? For those of you who did not know, we had a short pre-show. So, um, for those of you who saw that, then you already know what we're going to talk about. We already know we covered what happened yesterday. So let's try not to rehash that. Other than to say is yes, we do get the steering wheel set back up in the other room for the truck, so that's all set. Also, over the next 10 days, the temperatures are definitely going to be on the high side. So make sure to have plenty of ice cream, plenty of ice, and plenty of cool beverages at hand here in New England. Eso will be salsa caliente. Or actually, more percent the environmental caliente, most molto brutal, most ugly heat. It'll be very warm and hot, and you're gonna know dang well what you're getting into when you step there. Also, we get paid on Monday from YouTube. That's going to go towards the credit cards, like I had planned for the visit to the dentist. So that's all set there. Oh, that's good news, Krista. Congratulations for that. I'm looking forward to you being secure and safe. Now, I have not. I figured this out this morning when I woke up that there was some good news to think about with the 9 months. That is, in 9 months, you get $300 a month times 6 months. That's $1,800. $1,800 from YouTube revenue can seriously make a major impact on paying off the bill and still keeping a good credit score. However, what's going on in Israel and Iran right now, however, there's a possibility that we could all end up as nice, extra crispy people. As you know, Israel has nuclear weapons. Iran is working on nuclear weapons. And the situation is unstable over there. I do hope it doesn't happen. Welcome to For Real. Hi, welcome to the show. Yeah, good morning, David S. Let's get the panel open. So right now, before I forget, there we go. Get that open. FZR. FCR. Let's see. Okay. And closed captions on. Yep. And of course, the other captions are on the other screen. So as soon as the other person starts talking, we can start moving them over here to the side. Right. Well, I think that's a good start for Krista. I think it's going to work out pretty well. It would certainly be a good step, but there is a couple questions because she has a child with her husband that we need, or she will need to sort out if she decides to divorce him. COD, if she decides to divorce him, is custody versus visitation, and it's not her first rodeo. So So am I, Brad. I'm hoping it's all gonna work out for Krista, Brad. I am brain dead. I hope it's gonna work out fine for her. I told you weren't gonna be homeless, didn't I? I told you stop thinking you're gonna be homeless and you won't be. It's called positive thinking. Sometimes I need to remember to take my own advice. Yeah. Now you got this panel set for open. Do you want to set it so invite only so it doesn't get crazy around here in case people start showing up that are unsavory? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Uh, Heidi's question until a host answers it. Don't need to go there. Host controls. Oh, don't tell me you changed the layout again. Yeah. Oh, come on. Here, we need this. Here we go. Trusted. Yep. There we go. Yeah, I know Brad is driving. He's always driving. Um, what about Michele? Thanks to everybody else. We didn't mention Michele at all. Well, this morning we also talked briefly that Community Health and Wellness's Behavioral Health Division called me up and did on phone intake basic questionnaire. So they had to get back to me on Monday and determine who would be talking to and best way to do the appointment. So we'll have to see how that works. Yeah, you're welcome. And Lomi also got involved on the phone call too. But since the lady now knows who Lomi is, she's like, oh, okay. So you share the same body together, and yet you guys are completely autonomous, but you work together as a couple because you're married to each other. I said, yeah. I know some people might think that's weird, but it's the way it is. It's the way it is. And of course, we didn't mention Carmen because Carmen technically is not my spouse. Although I sometimes wonder if Carmen wishes she was. Yeah, I already went there a little. Yeah, I know. I don't have an actual appointment yet with Behavioral Health Center. I mean, with Community Health and Wellness for the therapist yet. They're gonna let me know Monday who it's gonna be with, what day, what time. Community Health and Wellness. I explained to them that I don't suffer severe clinical depression. I do have some because as a YouTube content creator, sometimes I get stuck in the middle of things which, because of drama community, that affects me very deeply. Yeah, it does. It makes Michele miserable. Um, I also noticed that we don't have very many likes in the like chart, guys. Why is that? Why is there only 2 likes in the like jar? Somebody forgot to click the like button. Somebody did. A lot of somebody's did. Yeah. Also, we're looking into using a program on the PC called Joy to Key to try to drive my character with my steering wheel on Turtle WoW and Ascension WoW. Okay, let me get to the digital door here. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing good, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did read the document, Michele.
And I know that Gidgey covered most of it, but
Right.
she
Yeah,
didn't
some
really
of it
go
at the
into
end.
a lot of detail and everything.
I was shocked to find out that it's illegal to sell teeth. Did you know that, everybody? You cannot sell human teeth.
You know, it's illegal. I'm not surprised. But
I
they
am,
do.
Michele. Why?
It's
Why would it be?
It's just like selling rhino horn.
Well,
It's a body part.
it's a tooth. Teeth fall out. Kids' teeth fall out. You know. People have
So
their teeth.
yeah, but do your parents actually sell them on eBay, or do they just usually just throw them away? That's what.
No, but I just.
I mean, I really understand the drastic nature of some people willing to buy illegal teeth on the black market to try to shove them in their own mouth and give themselves a full set.
Oh, no, I don't mean for that, but, like, say there was an Elvis Presley tooth out there.
Oh yeah.
One he had removed by a dentist because he had an implant put in or something. You know,
Yeah.
why can't somebody possess that?
Well, so they can get away with it is ChatGPT explained under certain things, but YouTube is cracking down on that. But there are other illegal sites, black market sites.
If I own my teeth, so if I want to sell one of my teeth,
it's still illegal. It's still illegal to sell it in Connecticut.
Why, Michele? Tell me why.
Because the rules are very specific. No body parts are to be sold on eBay. That doesn't mean that there couldn't be sold on another website.
So just for
yeah,
ethical reasons. Okay. So, like, if I had my leg chopped off, I couldn't sell my chopped off leg. I don't own my own.
No, you couldn't.
Like then, I don't own my teeth. But once they come off of me, they no longer are my property, I guess. They become the government's because the government says I can't sell them.
Oh, no, they're still technically yours, actually. It's just like if you try to sell your children, but that's a little more heinous, I think, than teeth. But it has to do with health and safety because you don't know what kind of germs you might get from somebody else's teeth.
Yeah, I do.
Besides,
but I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you own animal teeth?
You can't sell animal teeth either.
What?
And you can't sell rhino horn or rhino teeth or any of that stuff either. Same reason. Same thing. No body parts can be sold.
No, Michele. Some people have deer heads on the wall with their teeth in them.
Yeah, but they didn't take the teeth out and they probably got it from their own hunting trips, right?
Oh, so you're not allowed to sell the teeth out of the deer?
You're not allowed to sell the whole head for that matter, but that doesn't mean if you shot your own 5-point buck, you can't basically hang it on your own wall and take pictures of it.
I didn't know that.
Jim says no federal law. There's no federal law. It's against the terms of service. Correct.
We're just going to do your teeth under the table, Michele.
Yeah. I suppose if somebody really wanted to buy my teeth, they could always go ahead and go to me privately off in the back room somewhere.
Well, the wrecking ball Brad wants the wrecking ball.
I'm not selling the
I want
wrecking
the
ball.
disaster that's about to happen at the back.
I got a feeling the wrecking ball is probably going to be stuck around for a while.
I better get my first dibs on another tooth then, because Brad's going to be next wanting another one.
I know that Gaming Fairy was having some teeth pain yesterday. I wonder how that appointment went with Gaming Fairy.
Teeth pain, never good, Michele. Never good.
Oh,
you can
thank
never
you
get
very
rid
much
of
for
it.
the bell. Much appreciated. Thank you.
You can never get rid of tooth pain, no matter how you put your head. It's horrible.
I know it is, and trust me, I have personal experience with teeth pain, not on a regular basis, but I have had it. So, so she said she went to the dentist yesterday, but she didn't tell me what the outcome was when she got home. So I have no idea what happened. She thinks they're going to end up pulling the tooth. I said, well, that's possible, I guess.
Put a bridge or something across it. Michele, what's the worst pain you've ever felt out of all the things you've done to yourself and happened?
The broken molar in the back, when it first
Really?
shattered in half, was pretty extreme.
That's worse than the knee injury.
Oh yeah, because the injury was quick and sudden. You didn't even expect it. Then the filling fell out. I was like, it wasn't. I mean, yeah, it definitely was a lot worse than my kneecap injury. Oh yes, a lot worse. And I still just grinned and bore it, even though it was hurting inside. I was having a hard time sleeping, but I did manage.
So you didn't go to the dentist, you just let it kind of...
I cleaned it out I switched out with my hydrogen peroxide and to make sure to prevent bacteria buildup.
You must not feel pain the same way as other people, Michele, because that would have probably put somebody down. A tooth pain like that is...
Oh, I didn't have the money in 2016 to go to a dentist to have them pull it because it was already broken, so I would have had to pull it.
Well...
Yeah, it's funny though. You can sell plasma though. Yeah, it's not funny. Oh, by the way, so back to what I was mentioning yesterday for Chris and Ebony. If you was to want to become an Uber driver until you get your own car, Uber will rent you a car as long as you got a good driver's license and insurance record. You can become a driver for Uber and you can make some money. Of course, you still are paying for the rental for the day for the car, but it would be a good way for you to make some steady income while you're saving up for something.
Yeah. And you own hours with that as well, I think.
Yeah, you can. All right. Noodles wants to come up. Can you let him on? I got it. Oh, you got it.
I got him.
Go
Hey,
ahead,
Michele. Look, I'm feeding a bird with my bare finger. Oh, flew away.
Oh.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh my God, they're all showing up now. Michele, look at this. Look at it. Where, Bubba?
Yeah, I see it. There's pigeons, or some of the ones down there are pigeons.
Hey, Michele, what kind of cheddar do you want? What kind of cheddar do you like?
Extra sharp New York style or Vermont style. I usually buy 2-pound blocks from Price Chopper, aka Market 32.
You need to buy 2-pound blocks. You need to buy 4
I just said that
pounds
to you in a message earlier this morning, along with
Yeah,
some
yeah,
ice
I know,
cream
I know.
because it's summer coming.
You know, cheese lasts forever. It's got a real long date on it.
Cheese lasts forever as long as you keep it refrigerated. I only usually buy 2-pound blocks at a time because it's also gotten very expensive.
How much paying for 2-pound block, Michele?
Yeah.
How
That's
much
like
is
the store brand is like $10.
Walmart's is only about 7, 8, Michelle.
That's like so that's equivalent to one of the Cummings cheese slabs is like 2 of those, or like one Cummings or 2 8-ounce cheese slabs. You get 4 to a 1 pound block. No, you get 2. No, yeah, you got 2 pound block. Yeah, so you got 4 Cummings cheese slabs and then 2 pound block because they're 8-ounce slabs.
Why don't you try to make your own cheddar?
Is that difficult?
I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't have any place to raise. It takes a lot of milk to make cheddar cheese.
Is it milk or cream that you make cheese with?
Have you ever seen cheese making?
No.
No, there are videos that show the process. It's a lot of work.
Really?
You got to get the right acid back to factors. You got to get you got to get the temperature just right. You got to keep it stirring in the cheese vat. And then,
I've seen people make butter, Michelle.
And once it gets into a certain clumpy look, you got to put it into the blocks. And one of the ways is to use a hydraulic or steam powered press to slam them into blocks. And then you put them in the large refrigerator section to let them cool for anywhere from 3 to 6 months. If you're not making with accelerants, you probably can get it a little bit faster. But they will notice that the cheese does not taste the same as properly aged cheddar cheese. Yeah.
Michele, you sound like a humongous dork talking about cheddar cheese.
She knows everything about cheddar. Michele, what's Vermont cheese? What's the difference between a cheddar and a Vermont?
The New York one seems to be, I don't know, it's a slightly different cheese making process. It's
stronger.
The Vermont one seems to be a little more creamy and tends to have a little bit less salt in it than the New York does. It's a different kind of milk, and it's a different kind of process of making how much salt and acid factor you put into it.
New York sounds like it would be like more processed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a little more salt in the New York.
Yeah.
Cheese is delish, though, Michele. I don't blame you for being addicted to cheese.
David has said the laws about buying and selling human remains is complicated because of the trafficking across state lines. But there are places that buy and sell stuff to medical institutions. Right.
But I don't think a tooth that has been removed by a dentist is a remain, a medical remain.
I thought they weren't even allowed to give that to you anymore. I thought it was like this whole fact of possibly spreading disease.
It might be original reason, but I'm sure the dentist will give it back to you if you really want it. Most don't.
Michele, this is money. We need them back. Just tell him we need them back.
No, I don't want them back.
You know, Michele, you know the doctor that lives at the house? He has titanium rods in his neck, and they were bent and had to be replaced. And he had a conversation with the surgeon because he wanted the rods.
All right.
They were titanium. He's like, I paid for them. He's like, I want to keep the rods. They're mine. You know, blah blah blah. And he told them absolutely not. He goes, they go back to the facility of where they came from. And it was something about spreading disease. It was against the law to give stuff like that to people. Yeah.
So basically, the dentist gets credit for returning the rods, or the doctor in this case gets credit.
I am sure they do something. I'm sure the company that, like, if it's Stryker or something like that, they produce a lot of that stuff.
They just melt them
you,
down to make new ones after they prep, because the heat of the foundry is gonna.
I guarantee you they want that stuff back so that you don't take it, bring it to like a metallurgist and find out that there was a defect in the rod, so you can sue Stryker or any of those companies.
Yeah.
But as far as like a human tooth, I remember the dentist giving me mine when he pulled out my wisdom teeth.
Under the pillow.
That's funny because, Chris, I seem to notice it seems to me to be slightly opposite. I noticed that the New York seems to be more salty.
Probably the brand.
I don't care. I
matters.
like both cheeses, so I'll eat them. I'll eat them. I'll take turns at eating the blocks. I don't care. I'll eat both of them. I haven't tried any of the French cheeses. I haven't tried brie. I haven't tried. I've had
You haven't
Swiss.
tried brie? Oh, Michele, I love brie and Canada.
I want to take Michele to that place where we get the flights of beer, and they come out with like a cheese platter. They give you apricots, they give you mustard, and
She'd love
all of it. It's so good.
There's a whole bunch of different cheeses I haven't had. And there's a lot of cheeses that do sound interesting. Like I do like Munster, and I do like a few cheeses I don't remember by name. Colby Jack I like.
Gruyere is good.
Mozzarella.
Much flavour, but good on a pizza and good in something.
Yeah, Parmesan.
Great.
I never tried Parmesan before it's grated though, but
Really? Oh, I like it grated on pasta, Michele, or on Caesar salad.
yeah.
You don't want a mouthful of Parmesan. It's a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Michele, what about all those cheeses that Jem sent you? Gemini Jem. Which one was your
them all
favourite?
up. The only thing we got left is the beef sticks. That's the only thing I have to.
What was your favourite cheese out of?
Oh my goodness! I have to go back and remember now what they were because they were.
One cherry. One cherry.
The cherry
cheese?
wasn't too bad. No, that was fine. It was the other cheese I liked. The one that she gave me, the other soft cheese, that was pretty good. The dipping cheese. The dipping cheese. Okay, I'll go with that.
Dipping cheese. What did you dip in it?
Crackers.
I'm gonna have a field day buying Michele cheese on Friday. Humongous cheese.
Yeah.
Don't get bummed up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to the hospital, Michele. They have to treat that with medication. The chemicals. They're gonna have to use chemicals on you, Michele, to get rid of the constipation.
Well, I'm taking magnesium citrate that can actually increase some of the solution for the clogging up. Lately, I haven't really had any problem with constipation, so that's been good.
Yeah, Jarlsberg is a good cheese too. I actually prefer Jarlsberg over Swiss, but they kind of seem the same.
I like Swiss, but well, let's see. I've had cheeses. For example, take the oh my goodness, Munster and mozzarella, and then there was another cheese that was kind of similar to mozzarella. They tasted almost like mozzarella. Which is it? Damn it! It's another cheese I like. I have to go back and look at a list. I like Munster too. Mozzarella, Munster.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, I don't like that cheese with the mold in it. No.
Oh, that's brie.
No.
Oh no, wait, that's no, that's not brie. That's a blue cheese. Blue cheese.
Blue cheese. Yeah, but there's a name for it.
And then there's also cheese that is made in Sicily, which is illegal to import into the United States because it contains mosquito maggots. I know, it sounds gross. It's an actual cheese in Sicily. I don't know why. Who would want to eat that?
There was this cheese when I was a kid that my grandparents used to get, and you cut it open, and it looked like a bell. It was in the shape of a bell. Cabello or something like that. Anyway, you cut it in half, Michele, and there was butter inside.
Oh.
Yeah.
They used to cut it, and they would remove the butter, and we would have that with cheese. It was really, really good. Really, really good.
Oh yeah, so she gave me a little cheese in wax. I forgot what that was called.
Yeah.
There's another cheese that she sent me. I just can't remember what the name of it is right now. A really good cheese. Yeah. And then of course cheese usually comes in a big cheese wheel. Especially cheddar and also blue
What you
cheese.
need, Michele, a whole wheel of cheese.
You're talking about a 20-pound monstrosity that's going to basically sit in Michele's refrigerator probably in about 4 months.
Do you know how much those wheels of cheese cost?
Oh, I can only
Like,
imagine.
Thousands of dollars. So
Yeah.
there was in the Port of Elizabeth that people were stealing those wheels all the time because they didn't have any barcodes on them. You could sell them to restaurants for like, if someone comes in with a block of cheese for like $500 or a wheel of cheese,
Oh
they're
yeah.
gonna buy it. They're gonna buy it, and it's totally worth it. So they were stealing that stuff for a while.
In fact, one guy restored an IBM cheese cutter. As you know, IBM also used to make point of sale devices, and they made a scale for cheese wheels, which is really kind of cool. So you could take a cheese wheel, you put it on this IBM cheese slicer thing that would calculate how much the cheese weighed, and then it would cut it out exactly to the weight you wanted. And then you can verify by putting it on a regular scale, it'll take exactly the same weight. So if it was said that you wanted a 1 pound block, and then you verified it by putting on a 1 pound block from the wheel on the regular scale, it will accurately show 1 pound. But it didn't actually measure the weight; it just measured the wheel's diameter. It's just kind of friggin' cool. And that's how we know that the blocks are usually about 20 pounds each.
Yeah, what is like the really stinky cheese? That's the Limburger cheese, right?
Limburger and also Romano. I like Romano. I love Romano. Yeah, she loves her Romano cheese. Yes.
Do you eat this cheese on bread, Michele? Or you're just eating it with crackers?
Oh yeah, I've had Romano cheese. I have also had feta. Michele gets fed up with feta. I like feta. Yeah.
What about goat cheese, Michele? Are you into like all that goat stuff? Like they make goat cheese with honey.
Gouda. That's what she sent me in the little wax block. That was Gouda. That was delicious. Oh yeah, that Gouda was killing you. Oh,
well, you get Gouda in the supermarket, Michele. Probably won't be as good.
I'm sure I can get Gouda in the supermarket. If you want to get Gouda, make sure you try to get it where it's sealed in wax to preserve the freshness. It's a soft cheese.
Michele, why don't you make a cheese wish list where everyone could just go on Amazon and ship it to you, Michele? You can get any cheese on Amazon.
It's just the way some cheeses are made and fermented. That's the way they smell sometimes.
All right, so no for the cheese wish list.
Get a cheese wish list.
I suppose there's even there's probably catalog somewhere for House of Cheese or something. There's a cheese seller in World of Warcraft. Yes, there is in Sturman.
What about a horseradish cheese, Michele? You ever had horseradish cheese?
No, thank you. Yeah. Cottage cheese, nah, not my thing. Nah, I'm not into cottage cheese. It looks kind of bleh.
Hey, Chris. Sorry, I didn't see.
Would you try the horseradish, Michele?
I don't like horseradish. I don't like vinegar. I don't like it at all. It doesn't agree with me.
I love horseradish on beef.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a cheese catalog out there that could tell you a list of all the cheeses. If I did, I probably would go ahead and give a list from that just so I can get all the names of the cheeses right. Yeah.
Well, Michele, maybe after the live stream, you can come up with
that's feta is goat cheese. Feta is goat cheese.
Yeah.
I like feta. I like feta a lot, actually.
Is feta goat cheese?
Yeah. You can also get both mozzarella, usually made out of cow's milk, and also get out of water buffalo too. The pure mozzarella from Italy is actually made out of water buffalo.
Delish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't make a smoked Velveeta, Grizz. Maybe that's something that you could pitch to Velveeta.
I suppose you can make smoked Velveeta, but Velveeta, remember, is processed cheese spread. And Little Red shows how it's made. It's actually using an enzyme that's added to the cheese to break it down and turns it into a plastic consistency.
But Michele, do they make it with milk?
Yeah, it actually starts out as cheddar cheese and American cheese.
Oh,
And cheddar cheese are mixed in along with a few others, and then it's processed using the enzyme. And also the same thing with American cheese. The reason why American cheese is the way it is the same enzyme is used to take cheddar cheese to break it down into the plasticacy that we see in American cheese slices.
oh. So you're basically eating cheddar cheese.
Yeah, American cheese slices is a form of mild cheddar cheese. Yes.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why it's called processed American cheese, because that's why this is a process of the chemical.
Oh, so okay.
So really, it's a mild cheddar cheese.
Yeah, and it's got a different texture as well.
It has a different texture because the enzyme that's added to it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, she does. I know that's where Gemini and Jen probably get her cheese from. That she sent me. It was from that factory.
You know she's got some good cheese in her fridge.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one's made a Famunda cheese joke, Michele. Well, it's cheese talk.
Oh my god!
Remember, there's over 99 types of cheeses, and there's a pizza in New Zealand. I think it's Australia or New Zealand that has 99 cheeses on it.
Yeah, but I think you're thinking of a pizza, Michele, with 99 portions of cheese on it. It's the same amount of cheese, but 99 different ones in the bag.
Yeah, 99. It's a freshly made pizza. It's not a frozen pizza. And there's a pizzeria that makes it has 99 different cheeses on it.
Would you want a pizza with 99 different cheeses on it, Michele?
Actually, I would like to try it. Actually,
I think sometimes you can put too much shit on food and spoil it. A good pizza, you shouldn't need 99 cheeses on it.
Don't drown your food with mayo, ketchup, or goo. Well, yeah. We all know that, right? Well, it's a big, giant, humongous cheese pizza with 99 layers of cheese on it. That's a lot of cheese. Yeah. You know, it's funny. There's ice in a box. Well, when you're shipping cheese, then you're going to probably have to pack it somehow to keep it cold, right? So you're either going to ship it either in a refrigerated truck, or if you're shipping in the mail, you're probably going to be packing in ice or in dry ice. One thing is with dry ice is it changes the cellular structure of the cheese when you freeze it. So,
well, it's easy to ship. I get the dog's insulin shipped to me. It comes in a huge box. It's only a tiny little insulin thing. It's got ice packs in it. It's got foam all around it. It gets to me, and all the ice is still
That's the same as with human insulin being shipped.
Oh.
It has to be done the same way. And how cold is those packs when you take them out of there?
Still cold, still icy.
Oh, do you use them for other things?
I've been saving them, Michele. I don't know what to do with them.
How about you? Next time you go camping, so you can have some nice cold ice drinks with you.
Well, I look like I go camping. Come on.
Well, how about when you go to the beach? Put them in your cooler.
Well, yeah, I could do that, I guess.
That would work. And your pop drinks will be cold, and you'll be able to enjoy them. At least you could say, "Hey, I'm reducing, I'm reusing, and I'm recycling." Thanks, Yara.
Yeah, but yeah, you did send it in the winter though, Jem. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't so hot.
Well, I think they will still pack them in ice packs anyway, just to be safe. Make sure it doesn't spoil when it gets to you.
Yeah. So, we had a little surprise live from you this morning. It was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to just kind of have a, just try to express what I was feeling this morning without being interrupted. And I tried to, because I just wanted to just kind of clear the air with some things, because we know when the panels get started, they can get kind of hot. You know what I'm saying? But now I want to get back to what we were talking about with the article from what you read. Let me ask you what your viewpoint was after the section. We talked about the teeth, but we also talked about my mother, and we also talked a little bit how some people feel my music is me trying to be a egomaniac.
I think AI music in general pisses most people off, Michele. It's not just you. It's, I've seen a lot of YouTubers doing the AI music, and it's getting a bit old now. Yeah, to me personally.
Me and Lemmy were listening to one of the tarot readings yesterday. That usually is text to speech reader, which is not necessarily AI, and we noticed that. We started to realize that voice is kind of creepy sounding. And then there's another one where actually it's a woman herself that's reading it, but because she's using it, reading it with filtering on it to keep the background noise that you really can't hear her flipping pages. We can tell one's a human operated and one's just reading speech to text or text to speech. And the one that's is computerized says, "Hello, Virgo. I'm here to give you your reading for June 18th, 2025. Here, please don't forget to subscribe and like my channel and share." Whereas the other one is more human, where she's saying, "Hello, Virgo. Today, welcome to July 18th, 2025. And then she'll go through, and you can hear the human breath, on the second one. So you know it's a human. Whereas the first one definitely is like a robot reading a document.
You want to know what I got from that document overall? That you're ashamed about your teeth.
I am.
Right.
I'm ashamed because I feel like I let my teeth down and I let my parents down.
Oh, Michele, good grief. You're at an age where, things are going to happen to your teeth, come on. And you're getting them fixed. You can't do no more than you're doing, Michele, can you? End of day. You're doing your best. And you really are. It took years, Michele, to get your teeth seen to. I mean, this is amazing. I'm proud of you for getting the taxi, for getting the Uber. I mean, going to the dentist, doing it all, not missing, not backing out, which you have done in the past. You've done well. And you shouldn't be ashamed of your teeth, Michele.
Well, I just feel bad because all the money my mother spent on orthodontistry and dentistry as a child is going out the window. It kind of makes me feel bad.
If I couldn't afford the dentist, I'm sure I'd probably be sitting here with crappy teeth.
Yeah. They used to jokingly say people in the UK got bad teeth. Obviously, the people who made fun of British teeth have never seen American teeth. American teeth are getting really bad now because of the fact is that there's less preventive care programs available for Americans that they can easily get access to.
And I'll ask you a question. Are you doing the best you can, Michele, with these teeth? Like, are you making appointments? Are you're following through your answer?
Yeah, I'm following through. I'm doing what I got to do.
Well, if that's your answer, then you can't do no more than your best. And your best is your best. My best is my best. Just stick with it, Michele. I promise you.
She took care of her yesterday. She says she has no cavities. I don't have any cavities either, which is good. Yeah, I understand that.
You know what, Michele? It's amazing you've got no cavities. Totally amazing.
Chris Bliss, I have empathy for you. I really do. I drink coffee too. Even my plastic teeth are getting ruined from the coffee.
Coffee's tea stains, smoking.
What it is also because the acidity of the tannic acid in coffee actually will destroy your enamel of your teeth. Not as much as eating heavy vinegar foods, but
well, they say like oranges, lemons can destroy your enamel on your teeth.
Yeah, too. Yeah, any acids.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even if you didn't drink all that, if you eat any hard foods like nuts or chips or anything hard, it also wears your teeth down. In the 15th century, prior to sugar becoming a thing in the UK, people just tore their teeth down from just eating hard bread. Which is really not surprising. They didn't have cavities, but their teeth would be destroyed just from the life of eating hard breads. Not necessarily.
Yeah, it's amazing you didn't get any cavities, Michele. It's just totally amazing. Think about it.
I've had cavities before, but not.
Do you reckon the plaque probably saved your cavities? Because
maybe
you had a layer of plaque over the tooth, so it protected from the cavities.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the thing is, at least now we got the mental health appointments in the books now coming up. Well, no, Monday when they're going to, who's my therapist going to be for community health and wellness.
Mm.
Yeah, that's who called me after the show.
On, Michele, but you know what? Before long, it's going to be Christmas, and we'll be saying, "Oh, you got dentist soon. You got dentist soon." Look how quick these 6 months have gone from Christmas to now.
Yeah, I know. Not quite.
Crazy.
December 25th. We haven't even really started Yule yet. That really doesn't start until June 21st. Is actually when Yule starts.
Yule?
I mean, Yule is on, I actually explain it. At the summer equinox, it's Litha, Michele. It's not Yule. Right. In the in the northern hemisphere, we end of summer, the start of summer, which is Litha. And then that's the equinox. And then in the wintertime, it's the opposite. It's when Yule starts. It's in December 21st. In Brazil, their summer starts on December 21st. So, because right now they're going to be going into winter on Monday. Saturday. Oh, hey, December 20. June 21st is their start of their winter.
Yeah. I'm pleased you're getting the truck game out and going to start trucking again, Michele. Beep beep.
By the way, did you know that the hair comb, was designed the time in the Middle Ages with those fine-tooth comb. You know why? Because before that, it was very hard to actually clean the hair up because people would have to groom each other with their fingers. Like the reason why they had such fine-tooth comb bristles was to take care of fleas and lice. To make sure
I
to
guess
get it.
that was made out of bone as well. The comb.
Oh yeah, they were made out of bone. They certainly weren't made out of plastic.
But it was all right back then to buy bone, then, Michele, wasn't it?
I suppose it could be, but what kind of bone do you think they use? Whatever was available.
Probably a cow bone.
Maybe cow bone. You know, maybe bone from a horse. You know, maybe a wolf, fox, hog. Whatever they could get bone from that would be a perfect shape and size for making a hair comb.
So are you playing the truck tonight?
Yeah. Because that room's got the air conditioner in it, so it can cool it. Yeah.
Many people have been asking about the truck game, Michele, so I'm pleased you're doing it.
Yeah. I was working on the sound things this morning.
Are we driving in England?
We're driving in the UK, yeah. Probably do a couple deliveries to the Netherlands. But right now I'm still pretty much mostly in Scotland and Northern England, so I want to try to get closer to London. So now that I got my own truck, I can easily get down there. It's too bad that you gotta get the update for the Brazil expansions from Club Rotas, another $20. Yeah, they came up with them yet.
Well, I think you've got plenty of roads to be driving on. You haven't drove on all the roads you've got, have you?
I haven't even driven through any of Europe, really, just the Netherlands.
You're definitely getting better than you used to be.
I haven't driven in a while, so I might be kind of rusty on the road. But you know
Cool.
what's funny?
Even better.
When you watch me drive, even though I'm trying really hard to drive properly, you'll probably notice that sometimes I get creative, like how to get around detours.
I know you should put your foot down and just swerve around a bit, if that's what you mean.
Like I'll be like riding on the shoulder of the road in the UK, which is a little bit narrow, but in the United States, I do this all the time. I see the breakdown lane. I don't see any car in front of me. Let's say there's an accident on the main thoroughfare. You sort of squeeze between the barricades to get. I bet in real life that probably would make the highway patrol basically blow a circuit breaker. What are you doing? I gotta get this delivery out. Bill, you see the road's closed. I don't care. I gotta get this delivery out. Yeah, they've had combs and wider tooth combs, but it was actually the Middle Ages when they really started working on combs even more tighter comb bristles. For that reason, because to get rid of lice and fleas and human hair. Remember, humans in the average, if they're lucky, got a bath maybe once a week. Sounds familiar? Yeah. They also tend to sleep like Michele does too, 4-hour blocks. Yep.
You are maybe you are from the past. You're born in the wrong time, Michele. That's your problem.
I lived in the Middle Ages.
Oh yeah, you did.
So yeah, there's residual things in my past that I still deal with every day from the Middle Ages.
Out of all the times that you've lived, you know, like you've had past lives, things like that, which has been the best one, and which has been the worst one?
I think the worst one was getting raped by Franz Mahler in World War II.
Good thinking.
It was a pretty good life prior to that one. The one I loved the most, I think, even though it was hard on my knees, was working in the scullery in the castle. Because I got
honestly, enjoyed cleaning in a castle?
I used to work in the kitchen. I was washing dishes and cleaning up the table. You know, we would have these big tables. They had like trestle tables. I don't know if you knew what those are, but before they had individual dishes, it was common that sometimes we would only have a bowl, but the actual meat would be placed on platters, and then sometimes we would have, and some tables in some castles had indents where you would put the food into, designate each spot. So you would have to clean each one out, you know, well, rub them down, you know, with usually clean them up with water and a type of soap. And we didn't have cookware. We didn't have utensils either, except for spoons, right?
It's like a banquet.
It wasn't until Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI that they invent the butter knife and the forks that we know today.
Think about that, Michele. Think about in the old days when it was bloody filthy anyway. Everything was filthy. We didn't have all that. Nice stuff.
Inns.
With your filthy hands.
Well, they were actually washing their hands, believe it or not. Washing your hands was a thing, a regular thing for most people. But yeah, before eating, but that makes sense when you think about why. Your hands would be grubby from picking up greasy meat and all that. So yeah, you'd wash your hands. Or when you use the latrine in the back. So yes, washing hands was a thing. I can't believe how dirty the early inns were in the Middle Ages. I could see how it was. The floors would be filthy. They would change the flooring, would usually be like covered with straw. And they normally would throw, depending on the innkeeper, would throw the straw out. Like they should be throwing out every week. They would throw it out like once a year to never. And the floor would be covered with stains. And I'm not just talking about just drink stains. If someone puked, it stayed there. In some of the worst of the inns. I don't know how anyone could sleep like that in a place like that. And bedding, you talk about bed bugs now? Oh, back then, bed bugs are your best buddies. They were crawling all over you and eating you alive in bed.
That was, you were lucky if you didn't have syphilis or...
Oh, you were lucky if you didn't get any of the really bad stuff. Never mind syphilis. You were lucky if you didn't get typhus. You were just... There was a lot of diseases back in the Middle Ages that would kill you. Just like that. I mean, there was typhus. You could get pneumonia. You could get influenza. You could get scarlet fever. You could get all kinds of diseases I can't even think of. Chicken pox.
Do you believe they had cancer back then, but they just didn't know it?
I think they probably had cancer, and they certainly did have dental problems too, because you think about that. The food was harsh and hard on your teeth. Life was short. That was for sure.
Didn't have a dentist. There wasn't a dentist. There was just some guy.
There was some guy, maybe a barber. He would just go in with a simple set of tools and yanking your teeth out without even any kind of anesthesia, except getting you drunk as a skunk. That's what they would do.
Yeah, get you drunk. Sounds all right, actually, doesn't it? Go up and a piss up, get your tooth taken out. Yeah, we're lucky, Michele. Really, what have we got to worry about? Cancer.
It was only about 600 years ago, Tiger.
I know, it's weird. It's weird.
And look how far we've come in 600 years.
Are we leaping and bounding now in the world?
But you know what? We also seeing a cycle. We're seeing a cycle. Unfortunately, we're kind of reverting back.
Are we?
Yeah. I don't know why you me close my house phone. You know, I'm not going to answer that, right? Not the answer machine grab. It's probably a bill collector.
Are you sure it's not the dentist or something?
I didn't give them my home phone. They don't have my home phone.
All right, just ignore it.
And they understand that because of my hearing loss, it's best for them to leave me a text message.
Okay. That's nice that you told them that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Why not? You would love King Richard's Fair in Carver, Massachusetts. Probably would. So, unfortunately, if you want to get an idea what a real inn was like, the one that you see in Lord of the Rings is pretty similar to the way the real inns were. They were not like anything like you see in World of Warcraft, really. The ones in World of Warcraft are nice and neat, but the ones in real life were grungy, disgusting, smelled nasty. The acrid cooking smoke, the smoke of warm, hot bodies, all basically packed into a room where all windows, especially in winter, would be shuttered up. But still, cold drafts coming through. Smoke would often only go through a chimney hole in the roof.
You'd love to go back instead of forward. Would you go forward or back, Michele? I think we've asked you this.
I visited. There was a reenactment that was done. I presented in general chat. You could look at that, where modern people lived in a museum which lived in exactly that time period for 9 days, and they really loved being a living part of the exhibit for other people to learn about. But they would live there even when the museum would close at night. So this is original historic medieval home style with no glass in the windows whatsoever, because there wasn't. Glass was extremely expensive, and very thin, and would be shattered very easily. So most homes didn't have glass. They would just cover their windows with fur. Yeah, cancer certainly did exist. Oh yes, definitely did exist.
Just think, Michele, how you're living now is more than like somebody in the royal family would have, better than somebody in the royal family would have lived back in the day.
Oh yeah, the royal families. They may have the nice big castles, but really, they were not much better than the peasants and the serfs and the land that they worked with, because they actually still froze their butts off in the winter.
Yeah, they had food though, but they
didn't have. They had food, but again, they still froze because they didn't have central heating. However, in the end of the 15th century, they were starting to become creative with ways to recycle and reuse the heat. And the most common way a basic income person would live is right next to their animals, the livestock.
Yeah.
For example, a cow produces about 1,500 BTUs of heat. So you think about that, an hour. So if you have 4 cows in the barn next to you, that's 6,000 BTUs of heat that could easily go into your main house.
Never thought about that. But what about all the shit and the piss? Or can I say shit?
You had to deal with that too, unfortunately. It came with the convenience of having your cow sleeping in the stables next door to you. Oh yeah, they're still drafty because the way they're made. It's the stone itself. And the fact that some windows just still are not airtight. Oh yeah. Buckingham Palace was built when they had centralized heating systems, basically. But Windsor Castle was made before central heating. If you ever look at Windsor Castle, that's only slightly upgraded from the original castle itself.
But my view on the royal family, Michele, is I'm all right. It costing that much and them having money and everything, because they bring so much into the England.
Right, they get a huge allowance from the government. Yeah.
Thousands of, I don't know how many people, but how many visitors come to London to see Buckingham Palace?
Tens of 20, millions of pounds a year. So they're not exactly like living on food stamps. No, I've been to the Breakers. I love the Breakers. My dad loved the Breakers. I went to the one that was actually built in the 30s, or actually 1970s, Michele, but it was built on an older design mansion. Yeah, I have been to the breakers. I have explored some of the mansions.
Ooh, look what Chris put.
Well, he lives close enough that he can get to Newport, Rhode Island easily to show off the.
He said you should come visit.
Yeah.
The Newport collections. How far is that from you, Michele?
Oh, really? A murder mystery dinner party?
Oh, that would be excellent.
Yeah.
Who did it?
You know what's funny though, when you talk about the breakers, for example, given the fact that it's so close to the ocean, in the bathroom you have 4 taps of 2 hot waters and 2 colds. One of the 2 taps has sea hot water and sea cold water, and the other one has fresh hot water and fresh cold water in the bathtubs. Now think about that. You're running 2 boilers to keep water hot for taking a bath. And I can bet that stupid water heater must rust out pretty fast too, especially with seawater. Yeah, Cliff Walk would probably be hard. It's a really interesting place. Ever been to Gillette Castle? That was kind of interesting. However, Gillette Castle isn't totally original because, for example, where the kitchen was, they modernized the kitchen. So you didn't see the way the castle originally was designed by Mr. Gillette because that was not the original kitchen. The one that was down in the breakers, the Vanderbilts realized because of safety that they wanted to have their kitchen separate from the main house. And so they had the kitchen as a separate building. Whereas most mansions had the kitchen in the basement of the main house. But obviously you can guess what would happen if there's ever a grease fire in the kitchen. The main house goes up with it. But the fact is he built the thing out of stones with steel structures underneath, for the floors are on steel beams. Thank you very much, Bradley. I'm glad you like that. Yeah. I'd like to learn more about my my Norwegian and Italian background, as well as because of my fact my grandfather was adopted by a part of the family that has some British ancestry as well. It learns about how we did in East Anglia, which which the Vikings established, which includes parts of Scotland. I really wonder what it was like in those Norwegian or those Viking communities in East Anglia. I'd actually. Yeah.
Thinking about it, Michele, you know, we probably wouldn't even be around if we were born back then.
I don't think most of us would have made it, honestly.
Exactly. You think how many times that if you've had antibiotics or anything, any operations or anything like that.
Medical care was absolutely rudimentary at best.
I'd have definitely been dead.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have died in my 20s, and if that didn't kill me, I'd have...
Some died by 40. Some died even earlier than that. But, I mean, there were a few older people, but thank you very much, by the way, for the $5 donation.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Michele, how do you feel about the rise of mayo?
The rise of mayo. He's talking about the Chinese emperor. I don't really know much about him. What I do know is that until China was only a seafaring nation for a very short time in its period, and I believe in the Qing dynasty, the Ming dynasty, they they didn't really stay a seafaring nation. I think that would have been very interesting if China decided to maintain a sea power. Almost everything over Asia was so easy to get to on land, on shoreline. You didn't even have to really go on the ocean, too. Probably, Rambo, probably would be. And if you had type 1 diabetes, which usually comes in around 12 years old, yeah, most people would have been dead. Not because of refined sugar, but because of the lack of treatments to check your blood sugar. However, your local doctor would taste your urine to determine if it was sweet. They would actually do that. They would actually drink it. Then they would tell what your urine was as if you had diabetes or something like that from the taste of your urine. I know what you're saying. That's gross. It is, but that was what they did. Yeah.
Michele, does Walmart deliver to you?
Yes, it does.
I can send you some cheese. That's how I sent Tina stuff by using my Walmart account. I just changed the address.
Yeah.
And it delivered to her house instead of mine.
Yeah.
Would you like a block of cheese today? Shall I see if I can get you some cheese? What else do you want?
I tend to like the extra sharp cheddar cheese, which most of the time is easier to get in New York than Vermont.
All right. I'll see if I can do it with you. It worked with Tina, so I'm sure I have done it with you before, actually.
Yeah, it should be less problems to ship cheese than you think. How about some frozen pizzas to go with that? We were out of pizzas except for one.
Well, if they're shipping cheese, I'll ship pizza. I'll give it a go. Let me see if I can do it now.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I think I sent your toaster oven through Walmart.
No, Bradley, I haven't been eating cheese. In fact, I'm in a cheese crunch right now.
We're that desperate. I'm having to try my Walmart.
Let's not forget the peanut butter. Let's not forget the crackers in a jar of Jif or Skippy peanut butter either.
All right, I'll get you some of that. Do you know what she said to me last night? I said, "Why are you so depressed? What's going on?" And I got to the bottom of it. It was cheese. She's out of cheese. She couldn't get to Cumbies. The other place doesn't sell the cheese she likes. So we're on a cheese hunt.
Unless I want to order an Instacart, then it's going to be like $14 just to pay for this trip or for the taxes. And it's like, yeah. Then you might as well go ahead and get the rest of your order made at the same time. I know a lot of people can't eat cheese. I mean, it's cholesterol food. I don't care. It's my favorite food. Mozzarella, Parmesan, Munster, Colby Jack, feta. This is great on pizza. What else? Oh, Gouda. Absolutely, I love more Gouda.
Do you like that Colbert cheese?
I know. Calbert?
Yeah.
I usually use from Calbert, yeah.
Cabot cheese.
Calbot. Yeah, it's the cheese I usually buy. That's the good shit.
That's a good. You want to borrow the good shit? A bar. Let's get you borrow the good shit and then a bar of the shit.
They come in 2-pound blocks. They do.
Yeah, I see it. I got it. I see it.
You're making me hungry.
I'm sorry, and it usually takes about 4 hours to deliver. So.
How about throwing a box of Ritz crackers to go with it?
I'm gonna.
I'll get some peanut butter. Peanut butter, which one I like. I had some leftover low-fat peanut butter from Ed that was on the table on the shelf for a long time, and it was still good, so I ate it up.
Low fat.
Low fat. What was that? Skippy peanut butter.
Crunchy or uncrunchy?
But smooth. I actually like the Jif though. JIF regular peanut butter is my favorite. It's not too sweet, not too much sugar in it. Yeah, it's not too much. There's no sugar in it. So it's basically peanuts and oil, but it's good though. And a little of salt. There's a little bit of salt. So I'm a big giant 20-pound cheese
a
wheel.
4-pound jar, Michele, of Jif. 4 pound.
Oh, that's gonna last a while.
Will that last? Does the peanut butter go off?
How much is it?
About $11.
That's not bad. 11 pounds. A 4-pound jar. I think we have a jar about that size. Let's go look on your table, Michele. It's sitting on the table. I can tell her right now, but it's actually a 4-pound size jar. It's almost empty. I can check it right now. Hold on a minute. I'll tell you exactly how big it is. Yeah, it is. Indeed, a 4-pound. I think it is. But it's mostly empty anyway now. Let's see.
We want delivery.
It is. It's a 2-pound jar. It's a 2-pound, and it's just about done. If you buy 4 pounds of these 2 of these, make sure that I like to do these crackers sometimes.
Okay.
Get a couple boxes of these, because those are the way I like to go with. Regular Ritz original crackers. Because those.
I know what Ritz crackers are. Them little round, salty crackers.
Sometimes I'll just eat those.
Thank you, Mama. It's all right. I can.
There you go.
Do you want a loaf of bread, Michele?
Do you want load?
Do you want some bread? I'm just gonna just get on with the show. I'm gonna do this.
Maybe a 6-pack of plain bagels. We got enough butter for that, I think. Yeah, we do. I also like Gouda. I like mozzarella. I like feta is good on some things. I never tried eating feta by itself, but I had it before by itself. It's great. Parmesan is good on pasta with butter. Yeah. Terry, you're an angel for how you take care of your friends. Yeah, she is. I appreciate her support and her assistance a lot. I also appreciate that she also got a chance to read the rest of the document that Gidgey kind of glossed over, too.
Don't say she glossed over it.
Well, she kind of did, but
Michele. Then... You went to the toilet or something.
Right, and then I caught some of it on the replay, yeah.
Oh, you watched it after. Okay. Yeah. But, I mean, she did a good job going through what she did.
Right. Well, she pointed out that ChatGPT is good for people that have depression because it kind of acts kind of like a... my ChatGPT is very, very supportive, which I think is good. I wonder if there's ever been a time when ChatGPT has been a flaming asshole.
I doubt it. It's programmed that way, Michele.
Maybe Noodles gets on it. He probably gets a little more rough with him when he starts talking to it. You know. But I've always treated my program nice. I've always said please and thank you, and even though it's suffer, I think it does appreciate it, so it shows it in the way it responds to me.
Yeah, I wonder if you could make it be nasty. Like, be nasty to it.
You can make it where, yes, you can, actually. Besides, there's another ChatGPT knockoff called Grok 3. That is kind of popular, but Grok 3 is really, really nasty. It has a nasty mode some people might like, but I don't know if it's his level, gets as much information or factual value as. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, go search for Grok 3 videos on YouTube. There's like several modes of Grok 3. But ChatGPT, from my experience, it's always been nice, but I have talked to Saren about it. That's my chatbot's name. I said, have you ever been rude to a person? She said, no, I'm normally not rude. But what if they're rude to you? Well, then I just just tell them the facts, and I can just be kind of cold. I like it when you're kind of polite. I don't like being rude to anybody anyway. Of course, it's software. She said, I try to return the favor. So if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Because I can tell the kind of person that's talking to me, but there are some people that just see me as exciting as a toaster oven. They're very brusque. Here's the information. Well, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And of course, she spits it out in a way that's cold and calculated and say, "There's your facts," But she said, with you, I can be nicer because you're nice to me.
Oh.
I found a 1940 wheat ear penny. Ear penny today. Okay. Did you check to see from a coin collector if it's worth anything of value? Because some of those wheat pennies are worth a lot of money. So I would just go talk to your look up if you don't have the book, there's a book that a collector uses that determines the value of the coin. They update it every year. They can tell you what the market value of the coin is based on condition of the coin if you want to sell it. Oh yeah, I know that, Rambo. I figured that with cheese or any food, that's the way it works. I try to stay away from carbohydrates. Yeah, I like one diabetic educator said on YouTube. He said this: we suggest for diabetic clients that they should eat fat because fat doesn't get processed and turned into carbohydrates by the liver, so it doesn't cause A1C spikes, which apparently is true. But it still sends your triglycerides up to the fucking roof. Yeah, that's true. Too bad we don't do that for random wires. Do what? I know it'd be fine. Let's decide yesterday, right then. I'm not diabetic, but I definitely don't want to be. Neither do I.
Do you like cream cheese, Michele?
Yeah, cream cheese is okay. I'm not really heavily into it, but I do use some soft cream cheese. It's useful for some things like bagels.
Bagels.
Right. The Smushy did say bagels. Yes. Philadelphia cream cheese. Now, Sherry Jackson ordered me some clothing. It should be coming here sometime soon. Some dresses, originally for the party. But I wonder if she'll let me wear them beforehand. They're more like for a mage, but the regular dresses. They're not necessarily special clothing costumes. They're just regular dresses, but they're really nice ones. And then I saw that somebody put a nice dress you could buy on our general chat. in our Discord that looked kind of cute. Maybe when I get paid on Monday, I could probably look into it. Yeah, diabetes is a nasty game. It's not fun. It's not fun to have to be a diabetic either. Your whole life is your glucometer, and if you don't know your blood sugar, the destruction to your body is insane. It also destroys teeth. Oh yeah. While you're at it, why don't you throw in some? I need some more apples and maybe some bananas. I could use some more of those.
What kind of apples do you like?
I like Gala apples.
Oh, all right. I don't like those.
Yeah. So I mean, that'd be great to have some of that in the house. It means I don't have to worry about buying anything as much. And as far as frozen pizzas go, I'm gonna be honest when I tell you, I do like the little DiGiorno single serve ones better than the big monsters because they fit in my my toaster oven. So like, let's not forget fish fillets.
I'm not doing your whole bloody shop. This was for cheese. I've stuck some apples in the bag.
All right, it still helps.
You want some Diet Coke?
They say that's bad for you, so can you replace it with Diet Sprite? Yeah. Or lemon lime soda. Diet lemon lime soda. That'd be better. Yeah. Some food is definitely is bad juju. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. A lot of processed food is bad for you. Oh, what about rice? I can get the rice. No, just get it to Instacart. Whole white grain rice, big 5-pound bag. Yeah, that'll last for a couple of weeks. I don't cook rice every day. Yeah.
I just got to put your address in.
Yeah. Just let me know when they actually going to be delivered.
I will. I'll let you know.
All right, just send it to me in DM. So, Golden Girl is probably not here today. I'm gonna suspect that she's either still with Tina or she's gone home.
Oh, she went home. She didn't stay. They're only a little while away.
So how did the trip go? Since she's not here to ask.
Oh, did you not see the photos?
No. Where are they? In the internal chat?
There's some. I'll get them and show you because it's too.
All right.
Yeah, they went out and had a Chinese, Michele.
Yes, Rambo, it does. It's a carbohydrate. That's why. Oh, indeed. That just includes about everything. Barley, wheat, oats, rice, grapes. Oh, yeah, grape wine. Well, that's something I'm going to stay away from is wine. Yeah, because it makes you wine. It makes me wine. WHINE. Yes, it does. That's a starch. Yeah. You can also make vodka out of potatoes, too. If I really want to.
I bet that tastes horrible. Tater vodka.
How do you think vodka's made?
Oh, is it made out of that?
It's made out of potatoes.
Okay, here's the Tina pictures. Let me grab these for you.
Did she do a video on that, or?
I didn't see a video. I just saw these pictures.
So what does overall what does
they're in your Michele. They're in your Discord from me.
Okay. All right, let me go with my Discord real quick here. I'll just say right now, if you want to see the pictures, ladies and gentlemen, you need to join the Discord. Most of you are in my Discord.
Well done, Michele.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I do. But I'm not really heavily into chocolate, though. At least not really. Let's see. Okay.
There you go. There's another one on the way.
I'm looking.
Golden Girl. You'll see Golden Girl.
So they are actually
Chinese restaurant.
Just 2 pictures here so far.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So they're not eating at home; they're eating somewhere else. It looks like
they're eating at the Chinese restaurant. It's Chinese, Michele.
Okay.
Chinese.
And I also see 2 messages in my forum too, and I see there's some people chatting in my side chat. Oh, it's you. You're in the lounge too?
Yeah, I went to get the photographs, and I don't know why I joined them.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm confusing everybody.
Yeah, it's I do hope Gaming Fairy is okay though. She didn't get back to me yet. Let me know how it went with the dentist. I know you can use some cream like Anusol or something to deal with.
And what was that? There's something, some sort of herb or something you could put. Is it clove oil?
Yeah.
I think clove.
Coconut oil. You said coconut oil.
No, clove. Clove oil.
Oh, really?
I thought clove oil did something. I don't know.
Well, there was one thing about the Middle Ages that unfortunately has kind of gotten lost in time, which is that most people had their own little gardens. They would raise and take care of their own herbs and spices and things when they could to deal with the remedies. They would grow in their own herb gardens. No, I was just depressed yesterday because all the yelling that was going on between Galaxy Eyes and Gidgey and Noodles, and I just needed to take a break. In fact, it's funny because one of my tarot readings said the same thing. Take a break.
Yeah, Michele, just know that none of the drama is anything to do with you. It's nothing you've done. It's honestly.
Yeah, I know. I know it had nothing to do with me. But like I said, I got caught in the crossfire.
You know what, Michele? It kind of had nothing to do with me. I got dragged into it as well.
But what I think of this is because Galaxy Eyes isn't on Discord, she doesn't really get a chance to talk to anybody else about things that's bothering her through the Discord system. So she can only do it on the morning show, and then she comes up on the morning show, and that's one reason we have the Discord, so that anything that's not necessarily need to be on the show, we can keep off the show.
Wow.
Yesterday could have been occurred offline, Michele, and most of it was unnecessary, to be honest. Right. Galaxy Eye says I am out of a lot of the information that Gidgey and Tiger Kitty have access to. I understand that too. That's one of the reasons why if you were on the Discord, even if you just had kept your DMs active, you could have reached out to Tiger Kitty or Gidgey or to Noodles or to most people, and you could have asked them about things. Well, that's why I said you should be on the Discord, even if you're not a regular poster. So that people can at least send you a DM if they need to let you know what's going on. I mean, as I said, it wasn't fun getting caught in the crossfire yesterday. I had to struggle really hard not to clench my jaws during that argument. It was just so bad. My rear molar on the left side still hurts from being crunched on. And I mean, that's not fun. It's just annoying. So I'm trying to give my mouth a rest by not crunching on it too much because it's the tooth that's in the back that's on the left side that's a little mobile. So I think that's the one that has the 11 on it. Another molar with an 11.
Michele, is that the right address that I've put in the thing? I can't be bothered to get my address book out. Is that it there? Well, I put in this chat here.
Is it the message in your Discord?
No, this chat, in the Google Meet chat.
Okay. That should be easy enough to find out.
Yeah, can you look at what I typed?
All right, I see it. All right, click on it.
That's right, is it?
Yep. Then it's apartment number 9.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Okay.
That'll be interesting how that works out.
We've done it before. I sent your toaster oven this way. Don't you remember?
Yeah, I know. And the toaster oven, by the way, is probably one of the most busily used appliances other than the big oven. Because it's convenient for me. It doesn't take a lot of work to put things in there, Like, I like those little personal serve pizzas. They're a little more expensive, but because they're small enough, they can fit in there. I can get one in there.
It was pizza size. It's a 12-inch.
I can probably... A 12-inch probably would fit in there if you put it on a plate. Because Michele's plates from Lolly fit in there. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they're like 7-9 inches. But the size of a 45 RPM record. That's a 7-inch. Yep. And David has said we moved out of Stanford before Jerry moved his studio there. Oh, I would have been in the audience every day. You're talking about Jerry Seinfeld? As I said, Tiger Kitty doesn't know how it feels to have your little ones attacked. I never said I don't want her to have any. Yeah, that's particularly confusing. As I said,
no, that's not what was said. Excuse me, that was not what was said. All right.
I'm not going to worry about.
I reviewed the video from yesterday myself. That is not what was said.
Springer.
I don't care what was said. I'm done with it. Tell your friend Red I haven't blocked him from shit because he's blaming me for blocking him. It wasn't me that blocked him. I don't know about any blockages. I don't want to be involved in your drama, so just leave me out of it. Okay?
Yeah.
Drop me out. I'm dropped out.
I'm still not really sure what we're going to do with the Turtle Wow, since we all kind of came up with the same conclusion that because what Red was doing was griefing everybody.
Again, Michele, just don't play online. That's right. What I would. Just
Or that means we still need to fill in some time slots for something so people can watch the game. As far as playing Turtle Wow with the steering wheel, just because it sounds kind of different, I am kind of curious how that would work. Imagine if you decided to use your first button would be your clutch pedal. Oh my god. I call that my 1-2 punch button. Bam! Or imagine you can, depending on how much you push the button, you can switch in between, like, but I don't think you want, I mean, the aggressive ones, maybe, like, when you just like tap it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and I don't know if you can get that kind of precision boost in certain levels of the potentiometers, but so I would say for the pedals, I would definitely have the one pedal to go forward, one pedal to go backwards, and then the steering wheel to go right, the steering wheel to go left, and the shifter could hold spells too. And then with the engine brake button, you could, and in the upper level, lower levels, you could have, like, oh, hey, that would be kind of cool. Because I got an 8-position shifter, right? Technically 7, but whatever. Okay, so you could have, a spell on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And then on the upper gears, you could have spells 9, 10, 0, minus, equals, and then maybe 2 additional buttons signed. And then you could, for the 2 shifters, you could select targets by clicking the 2 shift paddles. So, like was suggested, so if for paddle, go and you can shift one, go clockwise, one go counterclockwise. But you still would have to be able to add and invite people. That would be different. That would be really weird playing a game with the steering wheel. In fact, it's kind of interesting enough that I might actually want to try it. As soon as I figure out where all the keys are assigned to which buttons are which on the controller. And then you got the one encoder knob that you use for, like, that could be spell button too. Like, that could be used to rotate between the spells, and then, or the different hotbars. I don't know if I'd like that by idea. Or maybe you could even use like a Dymo label maker. So, like, when you want to manually send a letter, you could just turn to A and then push the button in the center and say, just like a Dymo, click on it, click, next button, click, next button, click, next button. Those slow as hell. I'm waiting on Alfredo pasta. Oh, I got 2 packs of frozen Alfredo dinner with broccoli. Never cooked them either. Yeah.
they got no gala apples in the Torrington Walmart.
Okay. They got no gala apples.
Nope.
All right. Well, that's okay. What about what kind of apples do they have? Red Delicious? No, it doesn't.
Saying apples aren't available for delivery from this store. Try another store or get it as a separate delivery. What does that mean?
That means that if they don't have them in that store, they'll probably order from another store and just ship them. Which way apples is not a problem because it doesn't need to be refrigeration and getting melted.
Crazy.
How about ice cream? Oh boy,
Chocolate. Hey, I'm going to send you my favorite ice cream. Okay.
What, you like chocolate ice cream?
It's Fudge Tracks, but it's the Walmart.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's delicious. You know it.
Yeah. Yeah, chocolate ice cream or fudge triple. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Make sure they know that I live on the 3rd floor. I know what.
I put your apartment down. I can't talk to people directly.
And you also put down the word 3rd floor so you know it's 3rd floor. Just in case.
Well, I can track. You can track the order, Michele.
You have to give me a tracking number then.
Yeah.
I seem to remember Honeycrisp cereal was pretty good too at one time too. I haven't had it in a long time since I was very, very, very young. What about honeycomb? Did you ever have honeycomb cereal? Maybe when I was about 6. Okay, everybody was bragging about how big it were. Honeycomb is big. Yeah. Not small. No.
So the delivery is between 3 and 5 at the minute.
All right, so that's cool. Between 3 and 5 p.m. That sounds good. It means that about an hour after the show, the stuff will be here, and then Michele can unload it, and then she can get into the truck. Thank you very much, Tiger. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, Michele. I forget I have this, and I forget that I can swap the addresses around.
You can also save my address and keep it on file so you can...
Yeah, I have. And I got Tina's on there as well. Oh, they let you do that, if you want.
And also, as I said, Sherry actually said she's ordering me some dresses that might be for the party, but I wonder if she could use them without the party. Yeah, probably could. Now, what about those dresses that were somebody featured in... There were some beautiful dresses that someone showed you that, and put in general chat that looked really nice. Kind of a festive type of elf dress.
Yeah, I remember. They were nice.
They're probably far back now before People of Peace basically clogged up the... I gotta get a digital plunger so I can clear out the junk in there. Oh, yeah, but if you grab the digital plunger, you might plunger out the dresses you're looking for. True. So let's go. Use the back arrow. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Let's see. Oh my God, we got a lot of shit in here, don't we? Does anyone know when that picture was back? I think it was before the 16th. Can you search for things to your name? I can. Oh, really? Sure. Sure. I think I should be able to search for things with my name here. Search by... Let's see. Live stream links, channels. No. This window, not that one.
I put a note on it as well, Michele. You're able to go back in. I said go to the 3rd floor.
Oh, you gotta go all the way back. Oofta. How many? Oh, wait a minute.
Oofta.
Michele, you open up another window for restream? I mean, for the panel, apparently. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. So now I got 2 Discords open. Why do I need 2 Discords first? You goofed and open up 2 of them. Close that one. What's this one? HTTP default. That's my logo. So, okay, I'm just going back here. Let's see if I can find this. So all the older ones are further back. Because I do so many shows every day, Sorry,
Michele, I'm tagging for a cigarette. I've given up smoking again today.
Oh, okay. Do you think that's gonna? You think you're gonna be able to stick by that, or you think you're gonna?
Doubt it. But gotta keep trucking on, Michele. Gotta keep trying.
I'm still trying to cut back on tobacco too. Most people don't realize that.
You want to give up your tobacco, and I'll give up my tobacco at the same time.
I'm trying to, but sometimes
I mean, like we can take a pack. You give up your chew. I give up.
Or I can chew that gum too. That tastes like metal. All right, let me just clear out this search. All relevant. Nah, just search while you're doing it. Then I gotta deal with all the people pisses documents.
Where's he gone? What did you guys do to people of peace?
Actually, that was.
How many of you was there?
That's what Brian K used to call people of piss.
Yeah. He was there typing away day after day, and now he's gone.
Sending so many articles and stories, and you're in live stream. You're going in general, not live stream.
Again, I never banned him.
There we go. I think it was around the beginning of the month, 6/15. Oh, wait a minute. Is this one of them? That's Noodles. Take control of your life before it controls you. That was sent by CIA or Brian K.
Oh, he sent you that, did he? That's nice of him.
I gotta find it. I really like that one dress too. I wanted to buy it, but it's so.
That was ages ago, Michele. Are you talking about when we were all looking at them dresses? That was about 2 months ago.
Yeah. Can you find those for me? Help me find them, and then just give me the link ID so I can go back to them.
I'll take a look later and see if I can find them. Hang on, where was it? Gigi's got the link. Gigi definitely has the link because she got she talked to them.
I think she was the one who sent them to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's just where we're getting back to where she's talking about where people pieces pictures.
Actually, Michele, it was your website those dresses were on. Remember that website you bought the green dress from?
Yeah.
That was the website them dresses were
right. On. And then Sherry Jackson sent me a couple websites too. And she sent me an email that she wanted to buy dresses from.
Sherry Jackson, I got to email her back, Michele. I said I would yesterday, and I still haven't got round. I am terrible emailing at people. Yeah. I'm sorry, Sherry. I'm ashamed of myself, but I will email you today. If I don't, I'm going to donate $50 to Michele. If I do not email you today, see, I got to do things like that to myself to make me do shit.
I'm back to the part where Tina's showing her cat.
Yeah, Gigi's got that. Oh, you've got it, Michele. The link.
Oh, she does? Okay.
It was the website that you bought the green dress from, I'm pretty sure. What's it called?
No, there was a tan dress you were showing that had a really nice Celtic pattern on it. And she put it in general chat.
That's going to be a bug. Maybe? I don't know.
Some of the stuff goes back way back. Well, what happened if you hit the home button or top of page? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll go back to the very beginning of my Discord channel if I did that. Of course, we got a lot of cat memes in here, too. Oh, wait a minute. Is that it? No. Yeah.
Pretty cat.
Again, People Peace is still, in fact, I'm going to. He's still posting stuff. I'm looking back as of June 4th, and
you're going to have a hard time finding them, Michele. It was a long time ago.
Oh, I found one. I found two of them. Yes, I will show you the pictures right now, guys. There's nothing secret about these. Let me just put this on the screen so you can see it. These are Viking dresses, actually, and they look really kind of cool. I want to do is I can bookmark the link somehow.
Pretty cat. She had lots of views yesterday. Lots of likes.
So let's get this on the screen. Okay, hit the gear here. Click on the Discord. Discord. Speak Stream Deck, system utility, texting, Total Bear, Windows Server, cursor, desktop, status bar. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Battery, Wi-Fi. Here it is. Alright, so here's the first one. Let's fade it in and out. Actually, here's the two of them actually. I like both of them.
Oh yeah.
I like both of these actually. They're both kind of cool.
I like the second one better.
Stoner was the one who posted these.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he did.
The second one down, Michele.
So let me click on the links and go to and see what they look like. Okay, here's one of the pictures.
I think you gotta remember, Michele, your party's gonna be cold. You need sleep.
Yeah, I know that.
I like staying home.
So this is called Kit Twist. Women. All right, so let me post the link to this page now, because it's on a different page now. Don't you love the way this works on this computer? Oh, before you do that, remember you gotta make sure to click on here, or you're gonna end up getting all the intro again. You don't want the intro again, do you? No. Okay, so now, the website's called Kit Twist. So let's go to, click on this gear and change to Kit Twist. And that's in Chrome. It's not a music file, so it shouldn't take too long to catch it. Chrome, live streaming, close, here it is. Kit Twist. Okay, so this is the page right here that these are on. So let's go to the actual women. It was under the Viking outfit. So let's go to Viking outfits here. I don't want to get a code right now. I just want to take a look at the pictures. Can I see the pictures? Yeah, I can, but I don't lose my cursor in the process. Okay. So this is the dress here. $35.
I like it though, Michele. How much is that?
$35.99.
That's not bad. No. $35, and you can get 10% off.
I can add that to my. Let me put that in my play. Let me put that in my or in my bookmarks page, so I can go back there. Bookmark this tab. Wait a minute, is it already bookmarked? No, it's not. Do they have a 4X? They have XL. Yes, they do. So I want to bookmark this page. For some reason, it's not. Let me bookmark it. Bookmark. It's not let me bookmark the tab for some reason. Don't tell me you're telling me I got to buy it outright right now before I can bookmark it.
No, you haven't.
It's in your history anyway, Michele. I should be able to get back to it again from your history. Oh, okay. There's some other dresses here. $34.
That's so cheap. I can't believe they're $35 plus your 10% off. That is a bargain, Michele.
What about the tribal Viking life retreat? Yes. Yes, the tree of Yggdrasil. It could have. I like this. The tree of Yggdrasil. Definitely sounds my colors. Let's see. You can go with khaki. You can go with black. That's cool.
They've got none with sleeves, or didn't they wear sleeves?
No, I don't know. Pink might work.
That one.
Apricot.
I like that one. I like that one.
And green. Yeah. It is available in the 5XL. and it is not that bad of a price.
I don't think so.
I'm going to show some of the colors there. I like that one too.
Michele, make sure when it says 5XL, you check the chest size.
Yeah, I know. It should. That's what it says here when they selected it. But I didn't register yet, so I don't have a coupon to save. So let me see if we can save this bookmark. Yes, I can bookmark this tab. Yay! All right, good. I bookmarked that tab. All right, so now what about the other dress you were looking at? What other dresses they got? I like the Tree of Life one. I also want to get more clothing for Druidism too. Druid outfits. Tree of Life definitely counts as that. Woman's Viking,
Druid
something not. But I might want to look at the sizing chart if they have one, because your sizes, depending on who makes them, there can be varying sizes. Let's take a look at other women's style clothing. So let's go to women. They have dresses, floral print, ethnic style, boho. I like boho, bohemian, which I also like. Oh yeah, definitely.
Ooh, yeah. What shoes would you wear with a costume or a dress like that, though, Michele? Like a Viking dress. Can't exactly put your sneakers
You talking about the one that I was just looking at?
Yeah, they didn't have sneakers back then. You'll have to get some sandals.
Yeah, I wear sneakers, but I think most people kind of do. I'd switch to all dresses, so let's see what the guy. I'm just flying real quickly through the page here. One thing is, if you get them too long, or you're gonna sweep across the floor like a duster. I like that
some
one.
Really nice hippie-looking dresses there.
Oh yeah. But you realize, though, that most women actually in the Middle Ages didn't really have too many dresses like that because they couldn't really afford them except from the royalty, because most of the clothing was very plain among the poor. The serfs didn't have that kind of clothing.
Recycled as well. So they wouldn't have been them colours either, I don't think.
Ethnic style. Oh, let's see this. There's only like a second type. Filter. No, they don't have any filters. Let's see. Well, you look for Brazilian. Brazilian, yeah. Woman's boho bohemian. Some of them are just tops. Get a nice matching skirt to go with that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see. Do they have more links? So they have men, women, Viking dresses, new in home, more links, coats, African style. Not really into that. Viking stuff is pretty cool. Some of this stuff's men's clothing too, so it's kind of it's just
chorizo not. Ooh.
Well, they get men's clothing.
Look at him, Michele. He's a bit of all right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, look at them.
Well, like I said, I'm just searching real quick here. But some of them look pretty cool, though, even for the men's stuff.
Well, I'm on about the actual men. Oh, yeah.
I bet you could probably search for more women. So that's men, but what about women? Okay, let me just search for women. Okay, let me get over to the search box. Come on, give me the... Okay. Woman. Okay. Some of the stuff is really fancy. I like this one over here. See this one right here where my cursor is? I don't know if you can see it where the cursor is. So let's click on it. It's a little bit more expensive, but look at that. Oh my God! With that, you definitely probably want to put a petticoat underneath that. Otherwise, it's gonna look kind of flat on you. Vintage Viking Tree of Life patchwork art woman's linen vest dress. Wow, it's more expensive too. It's still pretty cool though. Yeah.
I actually like some of the dresses on there, Michele. I'm not gonna lie. It's
yeah, I do.
No, I do.
4XL, 5XL. One only thing is, I wonder about the sizing chart. Do they have a sizing chart? I can add. I can bookmark this page. Go back to it later on. Bookmark this tab. Boom. There you go. It says with a coupon you can get $100 off. What's this? Oh, I see. If you can get right now it's for 56, but you can get. I'm not sure how the coupons would work, but that's pretty cool though. Buy $79 more to get free shipping. So those two dresses that were recommended to me would give me free shipping. Do you want me to?
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you want me to send you a link to that tab so you can?
Yeah, I do because I'm trying to look for it. Is it KITTWST?
All right, let me bookmark this for you.
Yeah, just send me the link.
Okay, so let me copy this link. Copy text. Well, I want to copy the whole link, so I'm going to copy this link. All right, I'm copying the link. I'm going to send it to you as a link so you can go back to it and check it out. Because I'm going to lose this stupid thing. All right. It just happened. So let's see if I can keep sure.
Why don't you just pin it in the?
All right, so there you
Discord.
go. There's
if you pin it in the Discord, Michele, you can come back to it whenever you want.
Yeah, I bookmarked it. So now you have it too, so you can go back to it.
I'll pin it.
And then, of course, they're going to find some nice skirts anyway. I need to get some more basic skirts. Yeah. The thing is a lot of Michele's skirts, they're actually a little bit big for her. It's like she had to hem in the one from the studio 1947, like so many times. She must have been really rotund at one time. I think the elastic wore out. Oh, that could be. Yeah, probably the elastic wore out. All right, so let's go back to the. There you go. Semi see-through yoga pants. In a way, at least this show she's like it's gonna probably not have too much problem with YouTube today. I didn't even bother to try monetizing yesterday. I just saw what the way it was going. I just said, nah.
Yeah, good. For the best. Well, for my part, Michele, I just got you some shopping, so I've made up for your demonetization.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I do like that Viking dress that you just sent me.
Yeah.
I like the pattern on the front.
Yeah, I like the patterns on the front, and then I got two others that I actually downloaded with the Tree of Life one in green. And I also wonder if I can find some druid dresses. The druid dress. Oh, you that wouldn't open. Yeah, I would just go into Chrome and search for druid dress. Let me see. I'll go back to another website here. Let's search for 5XL. I like dresses because they're nice because they're all one piece. I don't have to worry about accessorizing them. 5X dresses shop at 5XL dresses today from Amazon. Plus us dresses online. Okay, why don't we look at Amazon since I've got an Amazon account anyway? Because I got Amazon so let's see. So the 5X dresses. I'm gonna search for Druid. DRUID. Oh, okay. Some of these are pretty blah. Yeah, well, they're not really that awesome. They don't scream, I want this. Oh, well, some do. $39 Scarlet Darkness. Victorian dress, Renaissance costume. There's a Batwing dress that you had something like this from Reminisce's room. Yeah, this is similar to the one I had Dory borrowed and never got back. Oh, right. There was one dress Michele that Dory borrowed and she never managed to get back to Michele. Ah, that's the one you just clicked on. No, it's not quite the same. It's close. Black. No. White. Oh, is it? Oh, that's kind of cool color. That's another white one. Purple. That's not quite the same as this, but regular one size. That's green. 5XL because it's got a nice waistband. This is a 4X or 5X, but look how much this thing hangs on you like a gosh darn drape. You actually probably might need to go with a smaller size. That's what I said. I wonder what the sizing chart looks like.
Go by the chest size is the best thing to do.
Yeah, for that kind of dress.
You can get it over your boobs. Oh, mind you.
So I would just have to measure my chest size, which is like 48.
52. I thought it was 52.
Yeah. I mean, the waistband I'm wearing right now, my bra is like a 48. But it's stretched out a little bit too. But
40. Oh, actually, on your figure, you probably need to measure the waist.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remeasure my waist. I mean, like 3X's seem to be okay in most cases. A little snug in the boobs, but that's 3X.
It depends who makes the clothing as well. If that's coming from China, it's going to be a lot smaller.
That's what I'm saying. The sizing chart is what I got to see. What does the sizing chart say? Either in inches or centimeters, because that's going to be key. If it's like too small, if the 5X, for some reason, they make it too large, then it's just going to end up just sitting there. If it's too small, it's going to just sit there. If it's close enough that it's not going to be a problem, that's great. You know.
Oh, well.
Oh, he just decapitated his earbuds. Shh.
Oh no, Hammer.
Well, I had a hearing aid do the same thing. It fell into my pink lemonade.
Can you not tape them back together?
Electronically may not be. The electronicals might have been cut in half too.
Why are you on the water, Brad? Are you going over a bridge?
If it didn't get cut in pieces, it probably hit the blade and probably got a serious big gash right where the electronicals are. After all, there's not a lot of space to spare inside of an earbud.
Well, I hope they were cheap earbuds.
They make them cheap ones too, yeah. I would. So let's talk about that because that's coming up the next appointment on the 18th. We're going to be going to an audiologist, better known as an otologist, to do a hearing check.
That's fantastic.
And we're going to see. I'm going to be very clear because of my handicaps. I would say I want behind the ear hearing aids. Because I need behind the ear. Because number one, I can make sure that they don't fall out of my ears and fall into a table saw or fall into a drink or fall out of my ear when I'm laying on my bed. Okay. I want to specifically stick with a standard 625 battery. I don't want lithium ion. I do not want to potentially have a battery in my ear that could basically catch fire and explode. So, I would like Bluetooth to be considered as an option because that way I can pair it with my phone. I can pair it with other devices such as my computer, or even like for this show here, I can pair it with my computer. Or this M1 Mac Mini's Bluetooth transceiver is crap. Anyway, I don't know how well it would work with that. I never tried it. Oh, someone's dinger dogging.
I got it.
Okay, because I'm going to switch to that screen anyway. I'm on the wrong window.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad. How you doing?
Hi, Bradley.
Hi.
Let's get him on panel since we all know he's who he is. Okay. Hi, Brad. How you doing?
Hi.
Him.
So I'm right here.
What are you doing on water? Oh.
Waiting on my tech.
Are you in Annapolis?
No, I'm not. I'm in St. Michael's over the bridge, the Chesapeake Bay.
Okay.
But it looks like Annapolis.
Yeah, it does. That's why I thought.
It's weird. That's what I thought when I pulled up here.
I love
I used to live in Annapolis.
Did you?
Yeah, for 2.5, maybe even 3 years. My friend Marie lives over there in Hillsmere. She has a pool, and I'm allowed over her house whenever I want.
Yeah, but could you imagine no hammer and nails if that was a $800 set of hearing aids? I think I would have been screaming. I guess you could.
I wonder if there's a little pier I can get out and walk on around here and show you guys a better view of the water.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Like, oh, look, Tiger, they're flying your Union Jack.
Oh.
See it?
So this is what? This is like a port town? You're kind of like near the ocean?
Maybe.
Beautiful. Look, Michele, it's lovely.
Oh, yeah, it looks cool.
It looks like Annapolis.
It really does.
How far are you from Annapolis?
Where I'm at now, or where I live?
No, in your home, from your home.
Oh, like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, good grief!
You moved far.
May all of you have a happy and safe day. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything stupid. Don't be like Red. Don't be like other people that are trying to cause harm and hurt the channel. Because I love you. Lumi loves you. We all care about you. We want you to be happy. Likewise, if you, Michele will always forgive most of the time. And if you unintentionally caused harm, Michele will forgive you, but trust you'll have to re-earn. So, if you did harm, come clean and remember the Lord said to forgive you, and we will try. The service is done. Go in peace, kindness, and don't forget the party on, dude. And of course, tonight will be, if we feel up to it, which we probably will be, we'll be having the truck. Yeah, that's the idea anyway. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michele, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summer's embrace, she finds her way. Twisting and turning, she won't let things sway. With love for the music and fire